Good afternoon, my dear students. Today we are going to start a new topic, seventh chapter, Weather, Climate and Adaptation of Animals to Climate. So, let me ask some questions. What is weather? What is the meaning of weather? You can see different types of weather, right? Some days the sky will be clear blue in color and it will be sunny, right? Some days it will be cloudy gray in color and it like a rainy condition. So there are different types of weathers we can see, right? Depending on different days, different weathers we can see. So these are weather determine what we have doing. Means suppose if a rainy day, can we play that day? No. So weather is very important for our day-to-day life, in our day-to-day life. So weather and climate have a great impact on our daily life. Weather and climate determine the type of clothes we are wearing. So in the winter season, we will wear little thick and dark clothes so that we will not get that much cold. And in summer season, we will wear mostly cotton light clothes, right? Then mode of transport we use and types of food we grow and eat. In the rainy season, some types of foods are there. In summer season, some types of foods are there, right? Usually the cultivation or agriculture depends on the seasons like weather. Okay, so all the living organisms are adapted to survive in the climatic condition of their natural habitat. So depending on this weather or climate, we will change, right? So if it is too winter or too cold, we will take our sweaters and our blankets from our cupboard and we will use it, right? We will protect ourselves from this climatic or weather conditions. Even in summer, we will do something else to make ourselves cool, right? We will use more juices and we will wear light clothes, right? So depending upon the weather and climate, our lifestyle also will change. So weather and climate is very important in our day-to-day life. Now we will see what is weather. Okay, maybe you have seen in the TV or in the radio like weather telecast, today's weather, how it is, right? Maybe day by day that weather report will be there. Today rainy or today sunny day or today cloudy, right? Maybe nearby tomorrow, day after tomorrow, weather reports also we can get, right? So that is the weather. Weather means in each day, day-to-day condition. Okay, changes in weather we can see in our daily life. Suppose one day if you are when you are coming to school, you can see some days it will be rainy day, some days it will be sunny day. After reaching school, it will be maybe suddenly it will change. Maybe rain will come suddenly or maybe it will become sunny or afternoon. Suddenly by 4 o'clock till that time it was sunny. Suddenly it will change to rainy, right? So that is weather. Weather changes. So the weather reports are prepared by the meteorological department of the government. Different departments will be that department which measure the temperature, humidity, wind. That is known as the meteorological department. Okay. So the meteorology means it is the branch of science which deals with the study of atmosphere. Okay, so this department will measure with using different types of instruments. They will measure the weather. Okay, the weather experts use computer technology and data from earth stations and satellites to predict the weather. So every day we can see in phone, in TV and in radio what is the weather condition of that place. Okay. So now let's see how we can measure rain. So rainfall is measured by an instrument that is known as the rain gauge. You can see in this picture that small cylindrical instrument. You can see, I think, in that different markings will be there. So depending upon that, we can measure how much rain in a particular place. Okay, that instrument name is rain gauge. Okay, so it is basically a measuring cylinder with a funnel on top to collect rainwater. So the greater humidity, more chance of rain. Rainfall is measured by an instrument called rain gauge, which is basically cylindrical in shape. Okay, in India, the rain is mainly brought by two kinds of winds. One is southwest monsoon and one is northeast monsoon. So, with the help of the rain gauge, we can measure the rain. Another one criteria for measuring the weather of a place is humidity. Humidity refers to the amount of water vapor present in air. Humidity indicates the likelihood of precipitation. Humidity means we can measure commonly as how much we are sweating. In some places we will not sweat that much because water vapor is present more in the atmosphere. That is known as the humidity. A device is used to measure humidity is called psychrometer or hydrometer. Humidity is also measured using remotely placed satellites. Okay, so humidity is the amount of water vapor present in air. So when the humidity is more, we will feel more hot and we will feel to sweat. Okay, that is one of the criteria to measure the weather. If you hear about weather reports, you can see maximum temperature and minimum temperature. Maximum temperature of a place and minimum temperature of a place. It is measured using maximum and minimum thermometers. The maximum temperature of the day at a given place occurs normally in the afternoon. Means after 12 o'clock as earth gets heated by the sun. At night, as the sun rays do not fall at that place, it cools down, thereby bringing down the temperature. The minimum temperature occurs early in the morning. So, special thermometers are used to find out the maximum and minimum temperatures. So, the thermometers are known as the maximum and minimum thermometer. So, you can see when will be the maximum temperature, that will be after the afternoon. Okay, after that afternoon, after 12 o'clock. Minimum temperature will be early in the morning. These 2 points you have to keep in mind. Okay, so all changes in the weather are caused by the sun. The sun is a huge sphere of hot gases at a very high temperature. The distance of the sun from us is very large. Even then, the energy sent out by the sun is so huge that it is the source of all light and heat on earth. So the primary source of energy and which causes the changes in the weather is sun. Sun is the major source which depends on the changes of the weather. Okay, the changes in the weather depends on sun. If it is too near to the earth, earth will be too hot. Okay, so depending upon the sun, the weather will change. So if you live near the sea, you would have realized that the weather at your place is different from that of the place in a desert or in a mountain. So depend upon the sun and other features of earth, this weather will vary. Okay. Now you can see the weather report of a place in 7 days. You can see 28 different days weather. You can see 28, 27, 26, 27, 29, 29, 27 like that. So we can record the weather using the instruments. So now we will see what is climate. Climate of a place is defined as the average weather condition at a particular place over a long period of time. Okay, long, L-O-N-G, long period of time. So maybe 25 to 30 years or more. So climate varies from place to place. Like we will tell, right? Bangalore is a cold place, and depending on the place we will tell, like Delhi is a hot place. That is not in 1 or 2 days. It will take more than 20 years, like a long, generally an average of weather that we will tell as a climate of that place. Okay. Now in this slide you can see two tables, right? One is Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir, and one is Trivandrum in Kerala. One is Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir and one is Trivandrum in Kerala. We are comparing these two tables. So this is the climatic condition of two places in India. The mean temperature for a given month is found in two steps. First, we will find the average of temperature recorded during the month. Second, we calculate the average of such average temperature over many years. That gives the mean temperature. So these two places, Srinagar and Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala, we compared the temperatures and we find out what is its climate. Okay, so this is a comparison. You can see that we can see easily the difference in the climate of Jammu and Kashmir and Kerala. We can see that Kerala is very hot and wet in comparison to Jammu and Kashmir, which is moderately hot and wet climate for a part of the year. So like this we can compare two places. This is there in your textbook. See it. Similar data for the western region of India. For example, Rajasthan, we can see which shows the temperature is very high during the most part of the year. During the winter, which lasts for only a few months, the temperature is very low. This region receives very little rainfall. This is the typical desert climate. We can see in Rajasthan desert climate. So it will be hot and dry. So Rajasthan, which is seen in the northern part of India, is very dry, and usually we will tell the climate of Rajasthan as hot and dry. Whether this next is the northeastern India receives rain for a major part of the year. So we can say the climate of northeast is wet. Like this we can compare different parts, different places in India. So basically we can differentiate between the weather and climate, like whether it's day to day temperature in a particular place, while climate is long term, the average of temperature we measuring during a long period of time. So you can see in this slide the difference between weather and climate. So as a conclusion, this portion mainly focus on the difference between weather and climate. I hope it is clear to you. Once again I am telling, weather is the day-to-day changes. Day-to-day, one day today changes in the atmosphere. It includes changes in temperature, rainfall, then moisture, that is humidity, wind, etc. So each day what all changes are happening in the atmosphere, that is the weather that we are recording using different instruments that we already have seen. Then climate is just the average of different temperature of a place, which is calculated over a long period of time. Maybe if it is 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. That is the average of weather of a place worked out over a long period of time. This is known as the climate. So suppose if Bangalore, usually If we are taking one day weather, maybe rainy day will be the, sunny day will be the, like the different weathers we can see in each day. But if you are taking, like say, climate, usually Bangalore is a cool place to live. Okay, that is the climate. Like that, all places have weather and climate. I hope it is clear to you.